even believe it? I'm taking my daughter Chop to college today. Jesus, I have seen it all. Empty Nest City. The young gun is a senior at San Diego State. Chop's going to Florida Atlantic in Boca. And she's finally off to school. It's over. There's no more kids around here. It's craziness. It's sad. It's depressing. I think my wife may take on a lover. There's potential for that. You never know. I just keep taking it in the ass with baseball picks. I don't know what it is. I suck. St. Louis did cash for us in game one of the doubleheader against the Reds in Cincinnati with a 2-1 win. But Ellie walked it off in game two for the Reds, 6-5 in extras. We'll play that highlight for you. Tampa 7-6 over the Orioles down at the Trop. Philly 6-5 over the Marlins in the bank in Philadelphia. Detroit 8-5 over the Pirates. McGonigal homered, and I mean, they tore up Madzinski. Every guy that came to the plate got a hit against them. I mean, they were just tearing the cover off the ball. Boston all over Arizona, 11-1. All 9 starters drove in a run for the Bo Sox at Fenway. The Mets beat us on a ticket 2-1 over the Padres at Citi Field. Kansas City 9-5 over the A's. We had the under. Drag. Bobby Witt Jr. homered and scored 4 runs for the Royals. Minnesota beat us on a ticket 4-2 over the Braves. In Target, Josh Bell has an early 2-run double. And the Twins bullpen did the rest of the work. Cubs 7-5 over the White Sox in 10 at Wrigley. PCA walked it off with a bomb. Ohtani homer. Dodgers 11-5 over Colorado. Here's what's happening today on a Tuesday. 6:35 Yankees and Orioles at Camden. Rodon is back off the IL. He's been in the minors. He's pitching again against Boz for the O's. 6:40 San Francisco at Cleveland. Ken Wisenhunt against Griffin. Forrest Griffin. 6:40 Cards and Reds. Frank Leahy against Abbott and Costello. 6:40 Miami and Philly. Gibson Gin against Wheeler. 18-wheeler. 6:40 Detroit at Pittsburgh. Montero and Ashcraft. 6:40 Toronto and Tampa Bay. Soriano and Denny Martinez. 7:10 Arizona and Boston. Maryland Kelly against Danger Suarez. 7:10 San Diego at the Mets. Robbie Ray against Thornton. 7:40 A's at Kansas City. Perkins Pancake House against Lynch the fourth. 7:40 Seattle at Milwaukee. Miller Beer against Harrison Ford. 7:40 Atlanta at Minnesota. Everyone loves Molly against Matthews. White Sox and Cubs at 8:05 at Wrigley. Hudson and Gosman. By the way, there were huge brawls at Wrigley Field between White Sox and Cub fans in the bleachers last night. I mean, just some vicious haymakers being thrown. 8:05 Washington and Texas. Kent Cigarettes against our guy Cal Quantrill. 8:10 Angels at Houston. Clausen Pickles against Javier Bardon. And 8:40 Dodgers at Colorado. Matt Lauer against Feltner up. All right, can we get to the highlights? Would that sound exciting enough for you? Wilson Contreras for the Red Sox getting involved.
Swinging a high drive by Wilson. Back to the wall. And that ball gets out of here. Home run.
I think not, TC.
No, that's gone. Oh, yeah, it got on the ledge.
Yeah, that's a homer.
I can't tell with that horrible announcing, but it was number 25, a single season high for Contreras. Here's the polar bear last night, tying it up for the O's.
In the air the opposite way. Another bid by Alonso to the wall. Goodbye! It's unbelievable.
That was his 28th, the polar bear. Here's Max Muncy knocking one out for the Dodgers.
And Muncy gets into one. Deep right field and into the second deck.
Max Muncy just hammering a 3-run shot. Ohtani was in on it.
Ohtani blisters the ball the other way, carrying back toward the wall. Gone, a home run.
The Uppo Taco for Ohtani. He had a big night. Do not run on Carson Bench of the Mets. This guy's incredible.
France punches one to right center. This one's falling fast, and that's down for a hit. Cronenworth to third. The throw by Bench for a play, and he's going to be out by a mile. Line to the right field. That's a base hit from Merrill. Now they're going to challenge him this time. Here comes the throw by Bench. Machado is going to be out of the play.
2-in-1 inning for Carson Bench. He's just throwing guys out left and right. What a great outfielder he is. And by the way, Ohtani, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 4 runs, 4 for 5 in his at-bats. And here's the walk-off by Ellie De La Cruz last night in the second game.
Payoff pitch. Hard ground ball. Gets by Blaze Jordan. Stevenson giving the goal. He comes home. The first walk-off for Ellie De La Cruz.
Very exciting, Ellie De La Cruz with a walk-off. Here's Kevin McGonigal, the current AL Rookie of the Year favorite, against Madzinski and the Pirates.
Make him chase out of the zone, and maybe that'll make him open it up.
And McGonigal opens up to right field. This ball is drilled, and this ball is gone.
I mean, you could hear it. I mean, he hit it a country mile. The Colts are signing 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Keenan Allen to a 1-year deal worth up to $8.3 million. A big weapon for Danny Dimes when he's not injured, when he's not having leg problems and hamstring problems. The guy's a great receiver when he's healthy. Here's the PCA walk-off at Wrigley.
High fly ball. That's to right. That's back. That is gone. Ball game. PCA walks it off in the 10th.
That guy, he's the MVP, I think. I know what Ohtani did, but this guy, if you combine the numbers and like what he did last night, and I won't deny Ohtani's incredible, and he had an incredible night as well. But this guy, his defense is the difference for me. He plays both ways. He hits for everything. Home runs, doubles, gap shots, runs, steals bases, and throws guys out. Great outfielder, makes all kinds of great catches. He had a leadoff home run, a walk-off home run, a 4-hit game, joins the 30-30 club, and that was just last night, right? The Diamondbacks had placed Ketel Marte on the restricted list for an undisclosed reason. He didn't show up for their game. He literally didn't show up for their game. Like, he wasn't there in Boston. I don't know where the hell he was. The manager, Lavillo, was talking about it. He's like, I don't know where the fuck he is, but he's okay. Apparently he's okay, but they're not dealing with his shenanigans. The AL and NL players of the week: Pete Alonso, 12 for 22, hit .545, 2 home runs, and a 1,493 OPS. And Corbin Carroll of the D-backs, 9 for 22, hit .409, 7 extra base hits, and a 1,519 OPS. This guy, both of those guys have been tearing it up, but I still can't believe what PCA is doing, to be honest with you. Jeanie Buss is voting against her family selling their stake in the Lakers. It's getting crazy. Of course, Iger and Kushner bought the team for $12.5 billion. They profited $170 million last year, was top 20 in profitable franchises in sports. But think about it. You're making $170 million in revenue, but you're worth $12.5 billion. That's what they bought it for. Of course, the owner, Walter, the owner of the Dodgers, he bought him for $10 billion, sold him a year later for $12.5 billion, and Buss doesn't want to sell the family stake of 17.5% to Iger and Kushner because of her. Her other siblings all voted to sell, and she doesn't want to sell. Now, if they sell the 17.5, then she loses her role as governor of the Lakers. She obviously doesn't want to lose that role, but here's what's going to happen. In my view, they are going to get it, and at some level, it's going to end for her. You cannot sell the team and then keep a little teeny sliver of it for yourself and still have power. When people buy the team, now they've had 2 owners pass the Busses. And these new owners, when you pay $12.5 billion, you're in charge. You're going to be the one at the league meetings. You're going to be the governor. You're not going to have some chick. I don't care who she is. I don't care who her father was. She sold the team. She sold the majority of the team already, like I said, twice to the owner of the Dodgers, and now he sold them to Bob Iger, the former CEO of Disney, and Kushner, the kid billionaire. So all I know is it's going to end for her in some capacity. I said the first time when they sold their majority stake in the Lakers, she's going to stay on for 5 years as governors. And I said my ass that she's going to stay on. Eventually, they're going to have that taken away from her, and they're going to go. They're going to be the one running the team, being the governor, going to the league meetings, making the decisions. When you own it, you run it. You don't have some chick run it that ran it before, that owned it before. You don't let her linger around and do anything. And she's trying to do just that. She doesn't want to give up her power. She doesn't want to give up her seat. She doesn't want to give up her juice. But for that kind of money, for $12.5 billion, so you got to remember, she has a stake in what Walter owned, what the Dodgers owner owned. In that $10 billion, she had a stake in that. She doesn't have juice here. In my opinion, they bought the team. They're going to call the shots. That's just all there is to it. Penn State, 13 frat brothers charged with running a major cocaine trafficking ring. You can't make this up. Some of the pledges allegedly forced to cut and package cocaine as part of their indoctrination into the fraternity. Are you kidding me? You can't. This is a movie. I mean, this is like the new Scarface. You get 13 frat members running a cocaine ring at Penn State. Glad they're getting an education out in Happy Valley. The Yankees placed Max Fried chicken on the 15-day IL again, retroactive to the 14th. Guess what? He's got that left elbow bruise again on the bone. He missed a month and a half, 2 months with the same injury. Now he's got it again. I mean, he's going to be done for the rest of the regular season. That's all there is to it. Make sure you keep an eye out for the Prophet's Max plays. He's been cashing tickets. I haven't. Keep an eye out for my Prophet play and Elite plays as well on a Tuesday. I can't believe I'm taking my daughter to college. I mean, I have seen it all. They're both gone. They're both off and running with their lives and going off to party in college. Hopefully she won't be running a cocaine ring at Florida Atlantic with sorority sisters and packaging and selling and distributing cocaine. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And I don't think Gunner will be doing that. He's Dean's List at San Diego State. He's got bigger aspirations than being a drug lord. Let's hope anyway. Let's make some money on a Tuesday, for fuck's sake, Shake Out. Ooh.